Hello there. We have another conference conversation, this time with Beth Yates, one of our board members and conference committee chairpersons, and also myself, because we are doing a presentation together on Sunday, I believe it is.
Mhm.
And without further ado, I want to introduce Beth so that we can go ahead and talk about our presentation. Hello, Beth. How are you today?
I'm great, Linda. How are you?
I'm good. So, if you don't mind, would you tell people a little bit about yourself or why you got into transpersonal hypnotherapy?
Hmm. Well, it goes back to my metaphysical beginnings because I've been a part of metaphysics since I was a kid. And I had an experience with my dad. He was a hypnotherapist. I believe he trained at Edgar Cayce. And so at 14, I had my first hypnotherapy experience. So from there, about 2003, I started another journey with hypnotherapy, learning to become a hypnotherapist then through another program. So I've been doing this a little over 20 years now. I
Oh,
love this work. I love the transformational aspect. Um, Seeing individuals come in with a concern and being able to get that aha, I understand it now. It no longer bothers me the way it did. And the healing in that aspect is just amazing. So I love
it,
this one.
it is. It's fascinating to watch and just be a facilitator of that, isn't it? For their
It is.
own self healing. That's what I love about transpersonal hypnotherapy, too. And in inviting the whole body, mind, and spirit and talking about that, we are going to do now, it is a 2 hour presentation on Beyond Life Between Lives, we decided to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Beth and I have been in numerous Life Between Lives classes. She has sat in on classes. She is a Life Between Lives transpersonal hypnotherapist, as I am, and I find it one of the most fascinating aspects of our work of all is the life between lives in a transpersonal style. Taking it, Alan and Michael Newton did train together and actually did the first 2 years of certification together with Life Between Lives. And then Alan kind of branched off on his own. They were still friends. I have emails from them. They called each other brother. But Michael was a little more directive than Alan, and Alan wanted to follow our clients and see where they went. And they do go places if you just let them go and follow them. What we've experienced is it's a very sacred, multi-dimensional spiritual journey. And every one of them is absolutely different. And so Beth and I decided to just share a conversation. We'll give you a little background in our talk about life between lives and where you may go or where you may not go. But I think a lot of people, don't you, Beth, think that they're just going to go to another past life, then they're going to pass and go wherever they go spiritually. However, what have you found? Just give us maybe just a little snippet.
Well, setting intent with a client is powerful because they'll ask for where this began or what's my purpose. And when they set that intent, the universe conspires to give them exactly what they want. And I might have a star seed in front of me. I might have somebody who has experienced life on another planet in another universe, and they've come here to help the world heal or to assist with matters that are beyond what we can even conceptualize.
Absolutely. And not all of our members, or maybe not everybody that's coming, understand what even a star seed is, or, oh my gosh, I could have been from another planet. Now, I agree, most of our members do that because we are transpersonal. We know that there's more than just this earthly life, right?
Mhm.
However, what else can we tell our members who might want to come to our talk about the multidimensional self?
Ooh, I think the best thing is experiencing that think on your feet because you have to get into the story and being a part of their story and listening and and listening in, leaning in is important. So I think we're going to talk some about that, maybe answer some questions. Maybe people have experienced it and wanted to know if they've done the right thing with that client. Could it have been different? So
Absolutely. I think
answer questions.
absolutely. I think that's probably number one is in Life Between Lives, especially. We don't want to lead our clients into any regression, but in Life Between Lives, you are in for the ride if you just get into their story and just get open to whatever they're experiencing. And, even Dr. Alan Chips said one time, he said, we won't know if any of this is true or not until we pass, right?
That's correct.
However, I think he's given some clues that it really does happen like this. And I know there's been evidence even in near-death experiences that people will describe pretty much the same thing as Life Between Lives. So there is some substance to this. It's not just a made-up thing. And even if it is a metaphor, Chips used to say, it is what it is, whether it's a metaphor or whether it's real. Why does it matter?
It doesn't
It
matter.
really doesn't matter, does it? It's just the lesson behind it. But I think when people, I think you'll agree with me, when people realize that they are so much more than their physical body and that they really can travel with Life Between Lives and beyond and travel into those other realms, I think it really opens their eyes sometimes and opens their possibilities to manifest what they do want, to manifest who they really are, I should say.
I'm going to add that I have realized that people through this experience realize that they're not broken. They don't need a healing. They just need understanding and getting that understanding for themselves. Because as you know, as therapists, we only hear 10% of what's going on. And they're just getting so much information, so much love, so much support from whomever they're talking with, they're experiencing with in those realms that we're just there for the ride.
Absolutely. And it is a fun ride sometimes. I have been with many clients, and myself included, that have been other things than just a physical body on this earth. And it's quite the experience. That's what I will say. And you can gain so much insight, like you're saying. You can just learn so much about yourself and gain insights and knowledge that you don't necessarily need to go to a healer for.
That's true. And I'm going to add one more little wonderful tip is that individuals don't always go to a life where they were a human or an encapsulation as a human. It could be an animal. It could be a rock. It could be anything in this world manifestation or another world manifestation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, for those of you who are watching or listening, please join Beth and I for our talk. Let me find out when that is. I believe it is on Sunday. It
Somewhere
is
down.
Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Now it's 2 hours, not 1 hour. And Beth and I were talking, and we are going to include an experiential for all of you to be able to travel a little bit yourself, maybe to that multidimensional person that you are, that
Yeah,
multidimensional being that you are. And then we can share our experiences with that. So, between the two of us, somebody will be leading that experiential, and we will see where it leads all of us. So I'm excited to do it with Beth. She is probably, as she said, she's been in metaphysics most of her life, in her family as well. You will see Beth around the conference a lot. She is, like I said, on our board, and she is very instrumental in helping me keep things together at the conference, and she does it very well. So if you have any questions and I'm not around, you can certainly find Beth and ask her, because she will know. Sometimes I have to ask Beth. So, she's the person to go to a lot of the time, but she will be there along with all of us. Sometimes you'll see her at the NATH table. Sometimes you'll see her helping, I hope, with our recordings. Sometimes you'll see her just in a class, because she's there to have fun and learn and do different things too. So thank you so much for being with us here today. I look forward to seeing you in just a few short weeks. Oh, Beth is also helping me with all the raffles. We have some really exciting raffles coming up. So bring your dollar bills or your credit card or whatever else you want to pay with, except for we don't do chickens or any bartering like that. So, but we will have some really fun raffles, and Beth will help me get those all together. Beth also helps me with awards. We do have awards coming up. So if you are so inclined on Saturday night, we have an awards ceremony, and we will be on revealing who got our awards this year. So thank you so much for all your instrumental help, Beth, and for being who you are and just for being you. So we will see you in a few short weeks. Don't forget to come see us on our Beyond Life Between Lives talk, and we will see you soon. Thanks so much, Beth. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.